Are you ready for this? What a wild time we have been living through. Oh my.
I think that's about all I can say on October.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and today I am here to talk to you all about the October energy update. And ladies and gents, I'm giggling my socks off a little bit right now because I posted on my social media, I'm filming the October energy update. Are you guys ready for this? And the answer was a big flat no, we're not ready. Let us get through September. We've still got a week to go, Lucy, and my goodness, please don't push us over the edge anymore. Well, ladies and gents, here it is. Are you ready for this? What a wild time we have been living through. Oh my goodness gracious me. I feel so privileged to have been, I've traveled 93 countries around the world. I have been to some of the most awe-inspiring places, but nothing compares to what is going on in and around the world right now. We are in the most buoyant period of energy that we have ever lived in or we ever will live in. But ladies and gents, I must be really honest with you when I say to you, this is going to continue for quite some time yet. Please do not shoot the messenger. I love you all very much. So just a couple of things. I know I've been slightly over a week since I posted some content, and I really did want this video to go out in place of my Lucy Davis live at 5 on Monday, the 23rd of September. However, I was going to say life, but not life at all. It's clients and things like that have just really, really been consuming my time in such an amazing way. Self-Love Club started on the 2nd of September, and my goodness gracious me, in all the years that I've been doing this, and I've been doing this for 5 years now, this is the most powerful connection that we have ever experienced in month number 1 of Self-Love Club. And we are completely blown away by what is unfolding. It has been a gift, an absolute gift. And this program, Self-Love Club, is just the gift that keeps on giving as far as I'm concerned. I put things into place myself. Whenever things perhaps aren't going quite the way that I would choose it to go, I put things in place myself. If maybe I've let things slip, and instantaneously, like there's not even a few days or anything that pass. It is instantaneous. The shifts take place. And I just have to say to any of you on the program, there's a lot of you doing it, well done. Well done for showing up and going all in. Whenever I start anything, whether it's a program, whether it is an in-person event, I always say, look, just go all in. If you go all in, then you know that you're not going to regret the results that you get. And my goodness, these ladies and gents have kicked off the Wellington boots and they are marching through the mud right now. And I just want to say from my heart to yours, a huge congratulations for what you have achieved so far. The next thing that I just wanted to touch on really quickly is Soul School Spain. We are building for such a magical event in Spain. I am actually leaving where I am in less than a week, and I am off on the magical mystery tour that is returning to Europe. It's going to take me a few weeks to do the things that I have to do on the way back, but it is go time. I got given that message about a week ago. However, I've had so many clients and one-to-ones that I physically haven't been able to go until less than a week's time, like I say. So what is very exciting is that I do have 2 meditations whilst I'm going to be on the road, and they are free meditations. One is for the men on the 3rd of October, and I will explain on that call why I have used that date. And the second one is the 10th of the 10th. So the 10th of October, we are going to be looking at like a real deep soul connection meditation. So obviously the one for the men is just men, and the one for soul connections is for men and women, and they are completely free. They are guided meditations. I do them on Zoom these days so that I can play music and really create such a beautiful safe space. Whenever I've done them on YouTube or on Instagram, interruptions happen. Sometimes the videos get deleted. So I've just learned to do them in private, but there are seats for everybody. So if you guys would like to come along, they're absolutely free. Go to the description field of this video for any of the things I've spoken about, Self-Love Club, Soul School Spain, and the meditations, and you can get signed up. Anyway, without further ado, my loves, let's get into the deepest depths of what we can expect from October. And my goodness, like I say, I hope you guys are ready for what is coming. So we have another eclipse happening in the first couple of days of October with the new moon. And as many of you will remember, I have discussed that new moons are a really powerful period for endings and new beginnings. We have approximately the next 6 to 8 weeks of what I am going to call mayhem. There's going to be multiple events taking place at the same time. Time is speeding up. I mean, it is, how on earth are we on, the end of September? How have we done that? How have we got to the 23rd of September and all of a sudden we're like, what's going on? We're almost at Christmas. So time is going to speed up even further, and things are not going to make a lot of sense during this next 6 to 8 weeks. Now, I'm giving you this 6 to 8 weeks because I keep being shown that something is going to happen. However, I really want to make it clear that between now and the end of February, as far as I'm looking right now, is a period of time of lots of wow moments, lots of change, lots of transformative moments. And these could be good, bad, and ugly. Like I say, there's going to be multiple events taking place. And I actually made a prediction a couple of years ago now that the world will shift after a series of approximately 21 events going on at the same time. And when those 21 events show up, it could be, some warlike situation. It could be some, a disease or sickness or something like that situations. There could be lots of different things basically happening concurrently, currencies crashing. And I'm just going to manage expectations. Like, I'm being shown there is a lot that is coming through right now. So just really acknowledge that you are so brave for being here in this now moment. Not a lot of it is going to make sense. However, it is time to get your shovel and really start digging deep and leaning into your own authentic vibration. So it's not the one of quick fixes and the one of ego of recent years. It is the real, right, how does this feel to me? What is it that I actually choose for myself? What is authentic to me to be able to carry forwards? And something that I have really recognized in recent days, recent weeks, recent years is love. Like, I am so in love with love. I'm not delusional to the world events that are taking place, absolutely not, but I love love. And that's the imprint and the authentic vibration that I am choosing to bring to this planet. So feel into what that looks like. And it might be you are a fighter. It might be that you are somebody that likes to sit in the background, and just make sure that that's authentic. It's not just a mask that you've been wearing or a layer of protection. So, like I was just saying, be ready for another throttle forward that is likely to shake the world. It's going to be explosive. Things are building in such a big way at the moment. If you look around the world, there's so many events that are taking place. We've got more geomagnetic storms than we have ever previously witnessed coming in over this period as well. And this is going to catapult a chain of events to surge us into New Earth. I mean, we all give it the big woohoo, but actually, it comes out of chaos. It comes out of chaos. How do we know what peace is if we don't know what chaos is? There's going to be some other events that take place that are really going to get our minds thinking over the next few weeks as well. By the end of September, they're predicting that we're going to see a second moon. They're also predicting by the end of September into October that we're going to be able to see a comet. Now, comets are very much linked to change and transformation. So again, we are really having it all go on right now. When I say, are you ready for this? I really do genuinely mean it. There is a powerful reset that is about to take place. It's about to unfold, and we have got the front row seats to that reset. Everything corrupt is about to unfold for the world to see. Now, I just want to make it very clear. And I know when I was channeling this, I kept writing down, make it very clear that this is not just global events, because what we tend to have done over the last few years since COVID is say, oh, it's politics, or it's governments, or it's medical, or it's educational. I'm talking about there is going to be a reset in every area of our life. And if there is any corruption in that beautiful little home life that you've got, it's going to come to the surface. If there is any manipulation, any devious behavior, any deceit, it's going to come to the surface. If there has been cheating, if there has been backstabbing, if there have been any of these things, it's going to come to the surface. Everything corrupt is about to come to the surface. Decisions will be taken from our hands over the last few months of this year if we do not align to our authentic view of the world. It's not going to be down to us anymore. The universe has given you so many, or God or source, whatever you align to, has given you so many signs that you shouldn't be where you are. That career isn't the right thing. And now what's going to happen is it's going to be a much more brutal nudge in the direction. I'm using the word nudge because it's going to come from a space of love. Source doesn't want to hurt you, but it's witnessing you hurt yourself. So the truth no longer has anywhere to hide. It is glaringly obvious. I couldn't actually speak that word just then. It's glaringly obvious now what is unfolding. The games that have been being played. It's whether you are continuing and willing to see, or if you want to be blindsided and blinkered so that you continue to play the games. Now, this could be in relationships. Mistruths are not allowed anymore. This will 100% be in global situations. Justice, my friends, is about to be served. Boundaries are a really important piece of this October energy. I actually did a call with somebody today, and I said to her, you know, let me ask you a question. Do boundaries scare you? And she said to me very eloquently, I know they're necessary, but I just don't know how to do them. I know they're necessary for growth and for people to know where they stand. However, I've never been shown how to do this. Amazing. Now it's time to learn what healthy boundaries look and feel like for you. They are required in this now moment. We are having to up level our lives, and we are having to set standards. There is a purge in and around the area of boundaries with people being two-faced. We're going to be shown where people have been two-faced about us, where your name has been thrown in situations to get them out of a situation, for example. Any use of your name that has been used to manipulate is going to be shown to you. There is a massive reevaluation of relationships taking place. Relationships is massive through October, and really through, like I say, till about February time. Might even go past it, but I've only looked up to February. I kind of get a bit overwhelmed if I go too far in the future these days. In my corporate career, I used to work in technology. So, of course, we were in iterations, and by September, in 2024, I would be building for September 2025. So for me, I kind of have this a little bit of nervousness going too far, looking at the energies. Next month, I've got a lot of information coming in on already, as in for the month of November. But that's why I kind of like cut it at February, and I just say, I don't want anything past that unless it's really, really, really important that we know that for the good of humanity. So there is going to be a big reevaluation of relationships. You are going to have to look back to see where you've settled and where you have let things go and where you have shut your voice down. there's a cleansing taking place on the planet, and people are going to have to, if they are looking to elevate, they're going to have to recognize where they have been, what I'm going to say is the guilty party in situations. We have to take, in fact, that isn't the way that I'd like to describe it. We have to take ownership for our part of the journey. Now, there are amazing people on the planet. My Self Love Club is an amazing space for this, where people are going, you know what, that was mine. I did that. I created this. I encouraged that to happen, not consciously, but by my behaviors, I've encouraged it. And this is where, like, if you are one person that's saying, you know what, I'm going to take ownership for allowing this to take place, but the other person is not, this is where there's going to become a little bit of discomfort, and you're perhaps going to be questioning that relationship going forwards. Now, I spoke about this maybe in the new moon energy, or the full moon energy, the full moon, the last one, around health. I might have even spoken about it in the new moon or September, but I do feel that health is a massive priority right now. Where I am in Australia, I'm witnessing the high vis jackets coming on with social distancing language on the back. So I'm going to suggest to you all that you really up your self-care. What does that look like? Double up your supplements, especially if you're taking the ones that I am. I've just ordered a new batch so that I can really start doubling up as I travel around the world back home. Where even is home? Does anyone know where home is? So, we really must nurture our health and really create a healthy environment. You might find yourself like, I'm currently on a Pilates mission. I'm doing Pilates every day for the next 7 to 10 days, depending on obviously travel and where I go. Definitely going to be 7, but it may even be 9 before I get on the plane to go. So that's something that I'm doing. Obviously, I'm still doing my Thai boxing. Obviously, I'm still eating healthy and taking my supplements and stuff. And drinking the water and doing all the things like ocean swimming and running and yada yada yada. But now I've added in this really beautiful, calming, moments of how to breathe and how to really, really hold some quite challenging poses, should we say. So it's been a really exciting journey that I've just gone, you know what, I think I need a little bit more nurturing exercise, as well as all of the high and heavy impact stuff that I do. As I was talking about earlier, our belief systems and our standards and our values are going to be really visited through the month of October. We have to start carving out who we are at our core. And the beautiful gift of this coming up through October has been one of the key things that I go through in Self Love Club, is actually asking questions of people. And I would say 90% of the people who are on the program this time have really gone, I don't have any idea who I am. I don't have any idea of the standards or the values that I hold in my life. Oh my gosh, how has this happened when I've got to this age or this age? I mean, we've got like 18-year-olds and 21-year-olds doing it this time. Like, it's amazing. But we've also got people who are in their 70s saying, how have I got here, without ever asking these questions? So please be aware of the belief systems and the standards and the values that are coming up for your review. Now, I don't really know what this means, but I got given the term fertile ground. Initially, I thought it was very much around fertility. So, we are walking on fertile ground. We are activating fertility within us, within the ground. But then I actually felt that it might be a memo from Mother Nature, is that the ground is going through some purging right now. So let's be really aware of the kind of things that we're doing, and the kind of movements that we're taking, and the foundations. I'm going to talk about foundations. I'm being guided to talk about the foundations that are in the earth. So maybe if you're about to start building something, just take it very slowly. I don't even know where that's come from, but that's what's coming through right now. It really is a time for us to rise up. It's a time to shine. It's a time to allow your voice to be heard. And I'm talking about that figuratively, okay? I'm not talking about that from an ego perspective, but the world is ready for it right now. I have had a huge shift within my business, like a massive shift within my business, because now it's time for the world to hear what I've been banging on about for the last, on and off for 8 to 10 years. different mediums and everything, but my message has never changed in all of that time. It's just now the world is really ready to hear it. So please, please, please be aware that there may be some shifts that you need to take. You know, I've changed a lot of my business to accommodate these new changes that I've been shown. I'm really asking everybody around me to step up and shine rather than everything being about me. I'm asking people to step up and shine, and this is what is really powerful right now. We are going into a period whereby the light is shining on us, and we are the bright light shining out to other people. You know, I've channeled some amazing, you know, one program to do with relationships and another program to do with abundance. And, you know, it really is go time for these now, for us to bring them to the surface and actually really allow people to understand, to really get what is going on, to be able to shift their life in such a powerful way. And it's very interesting because our relationships, and I mean all relationships, are shifting. You know, romantic relationships are really under the spotlight right now, but every single relationship, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whether it's parents or whatever, children, you know, we're really being asked to up level and clean our relationships up, which doesn't surprise me because, like I say, in the start of 2025, I'm going to be launching something very special in this area, which a lot of you guys have been chasing me for, badgering me for a very, very long time. So, in the area of relationships, if you have become a people pleaser, or maybe you've poured more into people than they have into you, you're going to be shown this. The only way out of this situation that's going to be over the next few months is going to be balance. Balance has to be the way that we go. If you follow me in Conscious Conversations or maybe on Instagram, you would have got the memo that through the year of 2024, I have done some very powerful energy work to realign and rebalance the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies that you are about to witness unfolding. It is a really important topic of discussion. The energies are now empowering us, which is why I'm doing this men's meditation, to empower the men to step up into their authentic vibration so that the women, the feminine energy, can be much more in the nurturing energy. And it's about bringing this balance back. And this scares the powers that be. Because when we have this unified unity, you know, this unification of us all, and we know that we've all got a purpose rather than this division that's been created, ladies and gents, we will learn very quickly how powerful we are and what peace on earth is like. Self-love is a very important key area to talk about. And what I mean by this is standing up in our power. I'm going to talk a little bit more about self-love a little bit later and certain things that we need to do to make sure that we are honoring the energies and really embodying the energies. But when I talk about self-love, this is about who am I at my authentic core? What is the power that I bring to the world? And this desire to gain understanding of who I am at my core and how I can help the world, how I can serve the world by knowing who that is. That's what self-love is. It sounds very girly and it sounds very, you know, sitting around making daisy chains, you know, and it's not like that at all. Self-love is about recognizing everything that you have done to hold yourself back, to be the people pleaser, to stay in a relationship that you know is not serving you, to believe people when you know that they're lying to you. That is what self-love is. It's about commanding your power back to yourself and then standing up in your truth to be able to create the power that is what we are as human beings. We've got a really fun time ahead of us. I know it sounds a little bit heavy, but this energy is going to be really, really powerful. By the middle of the month, my friends, all deviousness, deceit, and held truths, that's the word they gave me, which I feel means secrets, will have to come to the surface. So I'm talking about the middle of October, middle to end of October. We're going to see this real shift any secrets, any lies that have been told, any devious behavior, you know, like I say, don't be delusional thinking that this is just going to be governmental or global situations. It's going to be on your doorstep. You are going to be challenged big time. I mean, if you're in Self-Love Club, like I say, you'll be challenged big time by me, because I am going to be bringing all of this stuff to the surface so we can get the shifts and move quickly through. You know, I lost 3 months with you when I decided to make this program a 9-month program. So we're going in hard and we're going in fast this time round. So I see a shift in passion around the middle of the month as well. So be open to receive an unexpected miracle or a pleasure. I feel if you are single, there might be an unexpected pleasure. Is that a polite way of putting it? Anyway, we look forward to that, won't we? There's going to be massive shifts in regards to currencies as well. I've been talking about this for a very, very long time. We've actually seen news coming out about the Canadian dollar, and I have been talking about the euro for a very long time. I feel the middle of October, we're going to see a lot more traction in this area. So watch this space. We are moving towards very quickly, like a comet flying through the sky, towards the predicted shift. The middle of the month, although there's going to be some excitement if you are single, some excitement if you are, you know, if you're in a space where you can accept passion, you're also probably going to notice that relationships are going to be strained, and that there's going to be a surge of relationships coming to the surface that are collapsing. So what I mean by that is we're going to gain knowledge of a lot of people and their relationships coming to an end. I mentioned it on Conscious Conversations, and I'm going to mention it again here, and I hope this doesn't trigger too many of you, but it seems like infidelity is the latest purge in this area. So we've had, you know, the mistruths and things like that, but it's infidelity that seems to be a very big topic of conversation that's coming up. People that are insecure in themselves, they don't know who they are at their core. They are going off seeking solace in probably what feels like a much more authentic relationship, because they don't know how to articulate, they don't know how to explain, they don't know how to say, you know, like, I haven't been happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and sabotage our relationship rather than have that difficult conversation, but over here thinking that I'm going to get away with it, but I'm going to get caught. This is where the latest cleansing is taking place in relationships. Now, this has to come to the surface, as painful as it is, for people to find the relationships that are authentic to them. Yeah, it's not a nice period of time that we're in, ladies and gents. And all I can say to you guys is just hang on in there. Be gentle with yourselves. Be really gentle with yourselves. And remember that you can heal a relationship from infidelity. I actually asked someone very recently, look, you know, do you think that this can be saved? Because if you want it to be saved, it can be saved. You know, and I always ask that question when people say, no, that's it, I'm done. I always ask the question because I genuinely believe that anything, if you learn the language of each other and you learn how things work, anything can be saved. Now, obviously, this is a bit of a new revelation. You know, I've channeled a lot on this subject over the last few months. Would it have saved my past relationships? I don't know. Was I ready to even gain the understanding of that? Then I don't know. Could it help heal relationships going forwards? Absolutely, which is why I'm going to bring this to the surface. It is so important. All of this shifting around relationships is really putting a lot of strain on a lot of people. Now, just because I'm in this frame of mind, I'm just going to let you guys know there's a lot of people out there that are going through the relationship breakups and they're panicking about their children. Yes, it's very traumatic and challenging for a child to go through a divorce. I'm a child of divorced parents, and I'm sure many of you are watching this. All I'm going to say to you on this subject is, yes, it's very challenging, and I know you want to protect your babies and, you know, do everything you possibly can. But please do hear when I say this. Your children incarnated knowing that you were going to split from your partner. They incarnated knowing that they were going to have this soul contract where they had to step through this. So please, please, please don't treat it lightly. Of course, treat them with care. This is about your communication, their vulnerability, and all the other bits and pieces around that. But also do know that maybe they are going to be bringing something to this relationship breakdown that may well help you heal. So please bear that in mind. Children are a gift. Your children incarnated knowing exactly what was going to happen. They just forgot, like we all do as we come in. So moving on towards the end of the month, we're going to see a real struggle for power. And I mean in every area of life. People are going to be fighting to keep hold of the known that we've known for many, many years. They are not interested in evolving or changing, or maybe they are, but they're scared of it. So they're clinging on to everything that they know. Any injustice or mistruths or manipulations will come to the surface. And what is going to happen here is so many people will be projecting that. Now, I'm talking about governmental stuff when I talk about this. So their belief system will get challenged. Yeah, that's it. And they're going to be projecting it on everybody else. Okay, so be really aware of that. However, I'm also talking about you and your life. I'm talking about the nuts and bolts of your existence to date. You are going to be challenged by people that are, stuck in their ways, or maybe they're not ready for evolution, or maybe they're so certain about this. And you're like, oh, I've got the evidence to show that that isn't the truth, but they're just not ready to let that go. Maybe it's stubbornness. Maybe it's false promises. Maybe it's lack of communication. It could be any number of things. I feel that there is going to be protests and chaos as information is released and the people's worlds collapse. People's worlds are going to collapse. Like anybody going through a relationship breakdown right now, you probably feel as if this is the absolute end of the world. You don't know which way to turn. I've been there myself, and what are we going to do with the house? What are we going to do with this? How are we going to work this? How are we going to work that? And you have all of this absolute noise going on, and it is the collapse of the world as you know it. Remember, if you have been asking for healing, if you have been asking, show me who's good in my life, you are going to be shown the devious and the deceit. Likewise, if you are saying, show me my healing where I've lost my voice, you are going to be shown where you have shut your voice down to keep everybody else comfortable. So expect the world to get very lively by the end of October. I see by the end of October, maybe even to the end of the year, definitely to the end of the year, that there is going to be a massive shift globally that will rock us to our core. I said this earlier. This is going to be a shift of power. Unification, unity, and the average person will be felt to hold more power. Just let me go back and say that again. Unification, unity. So us coming together will give the average person, not people with a platform, not the government, not the doctors and things that have spoken out. They're going to give the average person activation so that they recognize that they hold more power. This is a massive shift. This is a massive shift that scares the powers that be. Let's hold space for each other. There is a massive thread of community through October, massive, coming together, nurturing each other, loving each other. How are we going to get through October? That's my question. So as I said earlier, self-love is very much about taking the power back in my world. However, also what self-love is about taking the power back via meditation, via breath, via water, via grounding, via the ocean, via going to the beach, like doing whatever it is that's your thing, going and losing yourself in nature. Take this time for you. Journal. It will save your mind. I promise you. For the first time ever in month number 1 in Self-Love Club, there is a collective passion for journaling. People have said, I have never been able to journal and it is gushing out of me, Lucy. Why? Because the energies are supporting it right now. We know energetically it is level up time. We cannot stay in these murky waters anymore. We need to level up. And the best way for us to deliver a concise message is by getting rid of all the noise into our journal and then being able to actually step into the feeling of what it is that we are looking to do. So please get excited about using this tool. Connect to your journal, connect to words, connect to everything that you guys know and love. I think that's about all I can say on October. We're in a real get shit done era, ladies and gents. It's like I'm being shown like a broomstick, like we're cleaning everything up. We're throwing out the trash. Some things we're throwing out, we didn't even realize they had to be thrown out. We didn't realize they were trash. We're in a very, very exciting period of time. This is the beginning of something extremely, extremely special. Ladies and gents, if this energy update has really rung true to you and you're already seeing and feeling, please remember to comment like crazy. Please remember to hit the thumbs up, and please, please, please do remember to share this with anybody that you feel would benefit from learning about the October energy, who would benefit from just appreciating where we are and what is going to take place through the month of October. I will be back super soon with the new moon update, because that's on the 2nd of October. They're so, they're getting so close together. So I will be back super soon with that. Please do let me know if this resonates. Please do let me know if you're going to buckle up your seatbelt and buckle in whilst we go on this journey together. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching. If you do like this content and you are new to watching me, please do go up and hit the subscribe button, because it will really help other people receive the message. Lots of love, guys. I will see you in the next video.